Is it still possible to establish yourself as a freelance translator, and how to do it? This and more in this week's Q&A, coming up. Hello and welcome back to the Freelancers. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. It's time for another Q&A on the channel. It's been a while. As always, I'm going to take the questions from down below this video. So if you want to be included in the next one, make sure to ask it right here. And if there are not enough questions in the comments, I also take questions from my usual comments or live streams. So I have 5 or 6 questions here on my screens. I will always glance there, show you an overlay of the question, and then answer it right away. Let's get right into it with question number 1, which comes from Alfisti Brasiliani. I'd love to see AI comparisons. Have you tried Grok, Gemini, or Claude? This was under a video about AI translation, and it's a very interesting comment that I really took to heart because I have not tried. I've tried Gemini, I think once in a video, but Grok and Claude I have not tried in a video. With Claude I've experimented a bit for translation, but it's interesting to make a full comparison video with also include ChatGPT and other things. So this would be a big undertake to make this video, but it's on my list now. Currently I have really limited time to make videos, but I have big videos planned in the future when I find some time again, hopefully. So this is definitely one of them. So stay tuned for some AI translation comparisons. Question 2 comes from, hey, it's Noelia. Your videos are so helpful to get some guidance. I was wondering, do you think it's still possible for new translators to start working and make a living out of it? Obviously, it takes time and professional translators can do it since they've also got experience. But with AI and competence, is it still possible for new ones? I recently graduated, so all I've gotten the opportunity to do is voluntary jobs. Good question, Noelia, and I definitely do think it's possible. It's not as easy as it used to be. It used to be really, mostly anyone could be a translator. Like it was very easy to get into it as a generalist, and I don't think that's possible anymore. Much less people are needed, but the ones who take it seriously, the ones who specialize, the ones who become subject expert, what it looks to me like you will be doing, are definitely still needed, and it is possible. Yes, I have seen it time and time again. People that started 2 years ago in the midst of ChatGPT panic are doing very well now. Once these topics hit mainstream, it can be a bit scary for us because suddenly everyone asks us about AI, right? But for us translation professionals, language professionals, it's nothing new. This is something we face since 2016, since NMT emerged. So if you are confident in your abilities, if you are confident that you will be the best one in your language pair, in your specialization, go really niche and become the number one sought after person in that area, then you can definitely still do it, even if you're a newbie. The Multilingual Family Hub, a big supporter of the channel. Hi Adrian, how's work been for you lately? I must say that things have not been going well for me in 2026 so far. Less work coming in, lower rates, more competition for far fewer jobs. I'm a chartered translator with 15 years experience, and I'm seriously considering leaving the profession altogether, or at least not actively seek out more work. I wonder what your experience has been. Please let us know. Thanks for the question. Very sorry to hear that. Luckily for me, it has not been that the case. 2026 has been very kind to me so far. I've been very busy, fully booked. I also reduced my working hours, so that leads to being earlier booked and fuller booked, of course. But yeah, the first 2 months have been very fun for me. In January, I worked on a book mainly. That was the overarching topic. And then next to all the other things, and then in February was the Winter Olympics, which I was heavily involved in the language team. So it was 2 very busy months, 2 very fulfilling months, very creative, fun months. And now in March it's back to kind of normal. There's no big project at the moment, but I can't say that 2026 has been bad for me. Very sorry to hear it has been for you. What maybe you can reach out to me also privately, and we can maybe talk a bit what specialization you're in. Maybe that has something to do with it as well. Your language combination, etc. because with 15 years of experience in Chartered, you're probably very specialized, or you should be very specialized. So maybe we can figure out a new avenue for you. I've been lately exploring new avenues for me as well, and I just got into something with a new client that is going to be very new for me, completely new service. I'm not going to talk about it yet because it hasn't come into fruition yet. But if it comes, if it happens, what I assume it will happen, then it will be a very big play for me to kind of shift my focus into a whole new area that I have not explored yet before. Next question is from Muhammad Bobur. Thank you very much. I'm about to be accepted in medical interpreter job, and they offered 0.25 cents per minute. Will be paid only the minutes I worked, or $6 per hour. Will be paid even if I don't receive a call all day. Which is better? I'm sorry, Muhammad, but I'm afraid both are absolutely horrible. $6 per hour or 25 cents per minute. Imagine 25 cents per minute of actual working. Interpretation work is very, very low because it's such an intense work environment, and 25 cents per minute is very low. But $6 per hour equally, even if you're paid all day without receiving a job, fine. I mean, I assume that doesn't happen, right? If you could work on other things and you would just be on call the whole day and you get paid $6 an hour for doing nothing, then we can talk. But if you are on call and you are limited to this specific job and you can't do other things, then $6 is very low. So I'm torn. I can't tell you which is better because both are bad, and we should not go for jobs like this, especially in interpreting, which is a very, very intense job, and medical interpreting on top, which is a very specialized, intense job. This hourly rate should be, at least add a 0 after the 6, but even then it should be much higher. So I'm very sorry to see clients that offer jobs like this, but we should not accept it because that's only going to lead to them offering even far lower jobs than that. Next up, a question from Perhaps. Perhaps asked, hey, really good video about how we should actually do our invoicing. As someone new to the industry, this video really helped a lot, but I have a question about invoice. You mentioned we need to have the copy of the invoice for our own in case we get audited, but I want to know, do both invoices, the one you sent and the one you have, be the same form template? Can I use a different template for my own version? My country has its own template and I'm not sure if I should use it for both mine and my clients. Or is it okay that my version doesn't have the same template I gave to my clients? Really would love to hear from you soon. Very specific question. So in general, it's fine if you send the client a different version than yours. That doesn't matter. What you have in your country, you need to have at home. That's what matters for the tax authorities. But I don't really see why you would make a separate one for your clients unless you have a very specific invoicing format for your company. Then it makes sense if you want to keep that into like a corporate identity. But for me, I just choose the one that works in my country and I send it to my client because they don't care what it looks like, right? Just need the amount, the bank account, and that's it. So technically you can have a different one that you send out. That shouldn't matter. I just don't know why you would do it. But to simplify things, just keep the one you need for your country and send it to your clients. And question number 6, the last one I have. I'm a student getting into freelance translation in Turkish and French, and I really enjoy learning it. I hope your first point is an exception and doesn't happen to me. That was a video about the points to watch out for when you go freelance. What would be a good roadmap for someone who aspires to be like you? People like you are some sort of a mentor to me, and I'd be so content with myself if I did a quarter of what you have done down the line. Thank you for these videos. Thank you very much, Furkan, for these kind words, but I would like you to shift that mindset, like saying that you would be happy, to be content if you did a quarter of what I did. Let's get rid of that, right? Think bigger. Think, I'm going to do what he did. I'm going to do better than Adrian does. Because I was exactly in your shoe like 10 years ago when I started, right? There's nothing special about me. Anyone can do that. Just because I'm on the other side of the camera, it doesn't mean anything, right? I I built this business from nothing as well. I was exactly where you are now 10 years ago. So why are you not on this side in 10 years, right? That nothing is stopping you. So I would definitely, what I did, I can just tell you what I did. It's all I can do. I share my experience. I would definitely create a 3-year plan. So think to yourself, what do you want to have? What do you want to achieve? And in detail, like really be creative by the end of 2028. What do you want your business to look like? Write everything down. If something magical happens when you write something down with pen and paper, because you're kind of manifesting it into existence, and you're much more likely to actually stick to it if you write it down. That's what I did, and it worked. Some things worked, some things didn't. Some exceeded, some were underwhelming. But at least I had a guideline. At least I had something to aspire to. For me, that really works wonders. And once you did that, it's about specializing. You need to niche down. You need to be, when you think you're specialized, niche down even further. Like especially with your language combination, Turkish and French, that is so unique. That's so cool. I wish I had something so exotic like that, because then if you're very niche and your language combination is also very niche, you suddenly become the number one choice. You become the only one. And if you can do that in a specific region, in a specific area, that's it. That's the jackpot. That's where we all want to go. Because then rates don't matter, competition doesn't matter. It's just you who can serve the client what they actually need. So allow yourself time, make yourself desirable in a way that the clients can't say no to you. Think to yourself the perfect client in your mind. Take a hobby, a special interest of yours that you are very knowledgeable in, specialize in that, and then think to yourself the client that needs this specific language combination in this specific area. How do they think? Where would they look for someone that can help them? Probably they think there's no one that can help me with Turkish and French with this very niche outline of this botanical garden in the Japanese styles. And then if you can be the one, where do you find these people, right? And then go actively after them, because these people will probably not reach out to you. It's way too detached from the freelance translation world, right? You have to go out and seek them, the people that you can actually serve with this very unique skill that you have. It's a long journey. It's very hard. Give yourself time, 2-3 years minimum, and then reassess. And if it doesn't work, at least you've tried, right? But don't give up after 2-3 months. No one will succeed in business after that short of a time. If you have to find a part-time job, find something that pays the bills in the meantime, and then just try. Like, life is too short not to try. Just go for it. We can always do something else if it doesn't work. And who knows, maybe in 5 years we all have to, maybe there are no jobs anymore at all, right? Who knows? It doesn't matter. Go for it. Now is the moment to do it. Really like what you're writing, what you're thinking, but get away from the, I want to do a little bit of that, but think like, I will be the one. I will be the Turkish-French translator in my niche that will take over the industry. I hope this was interesting to you. Make sure to click subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. I'll see you next Monday with the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.